the iATL, the Infrastructure Automotive Technology Laboratory, as a real live, hub for us to come and test all of the technology that we have, and do that in partnership with, different vendors, but also the automobile, manufacturers. So we're working with folks like Ford and Audi, and they're able to come and test these connected vehicle applications with their cars. So not only do we have this space where we're in the lab and it's protected and safe, we're in the middle of Alpharetta, where we've got, Peter, 120 some odd intersections actually connected with this technology. So we see it here in the lab. We can then get in the car and hit the streets and see it in real life. So it's a pretty amazing place for us. So if you've missed the sessions on school beacons, we've got those recorded, and I know Ocean State's got the links to those that we can get you if you're interested. Just chat us in the bottom of the screen and we'll get that to you. But we can look at all the different types of school beacon flashers. So I don't know how in depth, Peter, we want to go here. I think one key component that we want to talk about that's applicable to all of our technology is over-the-air updates. And so Peter can talk a little bit more about that. But and then swappable modems. So, with our service and connectivity and warranty guarantee, at any point, that we have, we could actually show this. I don't know how this shows on your screen, Peter, but obviously we've had a transition in technology, and we will guarantee connectivity no matter what. So as we've gone from 2G to 3G, to 4G, and what's next, our components are all swappable. So we'll make sure that you are always connected. And that doesn't matter if we're talking about school beacons or our intersection monitoring units. So here's kind of the behind the scenes, what it looks like. And then up on the wall, we've got the actual flashers working. So right now, this is kind of a crazy time with COVID, and our school beacons have proven to be very helpful, as these schools don't know what the schedules are. So they can just, with a click of a button, make the swap and have their beacons on or off. So we've got the AC beacons, we've got our railroad warning system set up. So we've also got that flashing on the wall. That's something that's been deployed with Ocean State. So up in the Northeast region, we've got...
That's quite a significant thing there, Emily, especially because this works with the emergency vehicle preemption, and actually the preemption for the, what do you call it, the trains coming through, that it actually showing that it's blocking an intersection, and you can actually notify people ahead of time that there's an intersection that's blocked by these remote warning beacons. And this also works with fire departments. So if you've got a rural intersection where there's an emergency vehicle coming out and you've got a hill or something like that, you can also activate remote beacons, like this. If maybe you want to take them to that sign, Emily, and show them what the sign looks like, and it automatically will activate these beacons when you've got a warning, like there's an emergency vehicle coming out.
Right. And so this is, a replica of one of the deployments that we have, and where the sign actually says, Front Street Railroad crossing in use, seek alternate route. Because, for the original purposes, if the train is there for 20 minutes, we wanted to find solution to alert the public to find an alternate route. So, and then as Peter mentioned, how it kind of ties back into preemption as well. We also have, which we can go down these other aisles, but we've got...
I think let's focus on some of the cabinets of where the emergency vehicles actually...
Cabinet first. Okay, so this is our NEMA cabinet. So pretty standard here, but what you'll see inside is the intersection unit. So this is what it actually looks like in the cabinet, all connected.
Now this would normally just be under the actual controller, or we would use in the NEMA cabinet, sometimes we use the smaller box. But what happens is this is wired into the cabinet here, and actually up there at the back is where the preemption wires actually, coming straight onto the back panels. And then you've got wires coming in here for, monitoring of AC. We've got the Ethernet into the controller over here, and also monitoring the conflict monitor. So all of that kind of information is brought back into this unit. And the programming of this is just done straight through the the preempt outputs going directly onto the back panel of your cabinet, unless you've got a modern controller that can do Ethernet based preemption. So like this is a 332 cabinet, and you can see the unit installed there. And this one's also interfacing with iTerra's cameras. And we also have the ability of doing preemption through a detector card. So you can just drop a detector card in and you can do preemption through there. But a lot of the modern controllers are now able to do NTCP based preemption, which is, you know, a great way of doing it. We also have a special protocol that we've implemented with Siemens controllers as well that allows it to do, the emergency vehicle preemption. And it's very much of the data hub that goes in here to provide all of that.
The other thing on top of the cabinet, Peter, if we want to show them what the antenna looks like. So we've got, you can see right here, we call them our K-cups, but we've got the antenna on top.
That's your 900 megahertz antenna. And then this is the cellular and GPS antenna that can do high-speed communication. So, you know, those cameras that we were showing over there, we can actually, with the same box, stream all of them at the same time. So you can actually see exactly what's happening at your intersections with those cameras.
So it's pretty cool what we've gotten here. You'll see kind of as we're walking down, you know, we're able to work with all different types of controllers. So we're bringing every state into the mix so that we can make sure we're integrating and showing all of this as we need to. But we've got our flood warning system. So I don't know if we skimmed over that, but that's a pretty cool application. That we can actually alert, you know, if a road is about to flood or snow, I guess, you know, we can look at these different types of things. So, and then we can keep going.
Yeah, important is we interface to every traffic signal controller in the US. So this is an Econolite EOS, which is their latest software that we interface to. And then there's Cobalt controllers and Siemens M60, you saw the M50 in the controller as well. And then we've got all the Nastec or TrafficWare controllers where we've got ATCs, we've got, you know, 2070s running different firmware. We've even got, you know, Series 900 and 980s, peak controllers, D4 software, and Interlight. So we represented every single traffic signal controller. We've even got some 170 controllers which are around that we have to interface for Hawaii.
I'll do a little teaser. We've got several setups here that will reflect our CV2X and DSRC and all the testing that we're able to do there with our RSUs and OBUs. So we've got that in the lab. We kind of passed our antenna setup over in the corner here, but that'll be the next session. So there's too much to cover in one. So y'all come back and we'll make sure you have the information there.